Welcome to Unfrazzle, a podcast for solo business owners with a big vision who are ready for a kinder, more sustainable approach to productivity. I'm Louise Miller, and each week I share bite-sized insights to help you step away from the hustle, stop faffing and stay focused so you can make your brilliant ideas happen and make a bigger impact in the world. So grab yourself a cuppa and let's get started. If you listened to last week's episode all about how most productivity advice that's out there doesn't work for everyone, you'll have heard me mention Make It Happen Club. And after publishing the episode, I realised I've never actually taken the time to explain what Make It Happen Club is all about here on the podcast. So if you've heard me mention it but you're not sure what it is, that's totally understandable. And today I'm going to fix that. Because when you're a solo business owner and you're juggling all the things and drowning in a sea of overwhelm, and when you've tried everything to be more productive but none of it has worked, Make It Happen Club could be just what you need. So why wouldn't I tell you about it? Today I'm going to spill the beans about Make It Happen Club, what makes it so special, and how it can help you be more productive. And the first thing to say is that what we do in Make It Happen Club isn't rocket science. We meet once a quarter and once a month to create spacious, flexible, achievable plans that will help you stay focused and get stuff done. It's a really unique space for coaches, consultants and community builders who want to make a bigger impact with their work. And if you're curious about what sorts of people join, in the club right now we have coaches specialising in things like marketing, sales, health and leadership, as well as a school finance expert, a TV presenter and media consultant, speech therapist, an interior designer and a bookkeeper. So we have a real mix of people. And every month, members step out of the busyness and the chaos of day-to-day life and gather in Zoom to put their heads back on straight and find their focus with my gentle guidance. So when you join us in the club, I will walk you through a simple but powerful planning process where you'll remember what you're trying to achieve and what you want your life and business to look and feel like. You'll celebrate your achievements and notice the lessons from the previous month. Check in with your capacity to see how much time and energy you have available. You'll make a list of important tasks for the month ahead and then review that list to make sure it feels doable, that it includes space for fun and rest, and that it's moving you closer to your goals. This is not about just doing a big old brain dump and then calling that your plan, right? We'll also prioritise and protect space for the things that will make the biggest impact for you. And then we'll set you up for success, getting you motivated by future you and setting an intention that will help you to stay on track throughout the month. I'm there to guide and support you, but the space is calm and quiet. And apart from the occasional pet wandering in front of someone's camera, there are no distractions in Make It Happen Club. And apart from 5 minutes of optional sharing at the end, the only voice you'll hear during the sessions is mine. How many opportunities do you get to sit quietly in the bubble of your own business, celebrating your successes, remembering what's most important and making a plan to make that happen? So at this point, lots of people start to think, I'm an intelligent human, can't I just do all of this myself? Well, yes, and also no. I mean, of course you could do it yourself, but will you? And will you give it the time and the space that it needs to actually be effective? In other words, help you get stuff done without falling into overwhelm. If doing it yourself means squeezing your monthly planning into a spare 10 minutes in between calls, you are shortchanging yourself. Our monthly momentum planning sessions in Make It Happen Club last 90 minutes because I know that is how long it takes to do it properly. To feel a really deep connection to what you're doing and why you're doing it, to protect time for what's most important and to set yourself up for success. So as you listen to me talk about what we do in Make It Happen Club, you might begin to sense that it's not your typical online community, and you would be absolutely right. There is no Facebook group, no Slack channel, no WhatsApp group or anything like that, because those are distractions that don't sit comfortably alongside Make It Happen Club's sole purpose, which is to help you get stuff done. So no, it's not an online community where you feel you have to show up and perform or keep up with the messages that are flying around. Make It Happen Club is not a membership filled with resources and videos and how-tos and guest experts and networking. And it's also not coaching where you talk things through, find solutions to challenges, get inspired and come up with new ideas and strategies. Now, don't get me wrong, memberships and coaching are great, and I have invested in both of those things during my time in business, and I have found them to be hugely beneficial. But there is no point having bucket loads of inspiration and information if you're not following through with implementation. Because without implementation, all you have is a load of ideas that are gathering dust in notebooks. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. And that's why Make It Happen Club is different, because its sole purpose is to help you get organised, get focused, do the things you said you were going to do, and finish what you start. Now, I know you might be thinking, Louise, this sounds great, but I already have too much to do. I just don't have time for this. And that is a really great thing to think, because it shows how much you value your time. Your time is precious after all, isn't it? So I know you understand that taking time out to calmly and quietly work on your business isn't a luxury when it stops you from faffing and wasting that precious time on distractions. And taking that time out, just 90 minutes a month, is actually essential if you want to build a business you love, that serves your clients, that feels good to you, and that makes a positive difference in the world. Because if you never step back, you are denying yourself the opportunity to make sure you're heading in the right direction, to notice the lessons and to choose what to focus on next. And we know this, don't we? I talk about it a lot here on the podcast, and yet there still seems to be a deeply embedded belief that in order to be successful in business, you have to keep your nose to the grindstone. You have to keep hustling. You have to keep pushing and keep working harder. But that way of doing things isn't sustainable. And it sounds pretty darn miserable as well, doesn't it? So in just 90 minutes a month, Make It Happen Club can counter all of that. It will help you to go from feeling frayed around the edges and like you're pinging around in a pinball machine, bouncing from one thing to the next, to feeling calm, capable and focused. Your days of flitting from one thing to the next will be behind you, because your action plan will help you to stay focused and stay motivated to finish what you start. Make It Happen Club will turn you into the most productive version of yourself, where you sit down every morning knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing and why, so that you can roll up your sleeves and crack on. When you're getting things done, your self-belief grows, your business grows, and your income grows. So does that sound like something you need in your life? If so, the great news is that the doors to Make It Happen Club open 4 times a year, so there's never too long to wait. Head over to the link in the show notes to find out more and to join us. At the time of recording this, the doors are open, and it would of course be a pleasure to have you with us. But if the doors are closed by the time you're listening, I've still got you, right? When you head to the link in the show notes, you'll be invited to pop your name on the waiting list. And when you do that, I'll send you some useful resources that will help you find your focus whilst you wait, and you'll be the first to hear when the doors are next open. So I know this has been a slightly unusual episode of the podcast. I don't usually spend so long talking about my paid offers, but I do want to make sure that the people who need me know how I can help. So I hope this has given you a better understanding of what Make It Happen Club is all about. And if you have any questions, please do get in touch. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you for listening to Unfrazzle. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who needs a dose of calm productivity in their life. And I'd love it if you could leave me a rating and a review, as that will help more people discover this podcast. If you'd like to hear more from me to help you stop faffing and take back control of your time, you'll find a link to join my mailing list in the show notes, and I would really love for you to join us. So thanks so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.